Hello all. I'm doing my son's 2-month check-in on the Nemechek protocol. He has had some significant gains in the last 2 months, which is incredible. His doses right now for inulin now brand is half of a teaspoon with 1/8 of a teaspoon. His omega-3s with the now brand also is a whole full capsule, and then for the extra virgin olive oil, the brand that's recommended is a tablespoon. So I'm going to start with his gains, and these are the gains that have stuck. So it's not like he just did it once and never did it again. These are the things that he's doing on a daily basis. So he started to play catch. He started taking his balls and walking up to whoever it may be, making eye contact and throwing the ball at them. One day I was sitting at the kitchen table and he wanted to play ball. So he took my hands and he held them up so that he could throw the ball at me, which was huge. So he did that, and then he wants to catch the ball back. He's not 100% perfect at it yet, but he is catching the ball back probably 80% of the time, which is so incredible. He's also clapping his hands on a daily basis, which he completely had stopped doing when he was about 10 months old. He stopped clapping altogether, and now he's been clapping his hands at least once, if not more, for over 3 weeks. His sensory has gotten a lot better when it comes to texture. When we go to Walmart, he's not afraid to touch like beaded necklaces or styrofoam or bubbles or the fake flower wall, stuff like that. So that's really great. Before, he didn't like his pants on his calves. He would pull them up to his kneecaps all the time. It didn't matter if it was pajamas, jeans, just normal sweatpants, they were up at the kneecaps. He has stopped doing that, which is such a huge gain to me because that was something he was doing constantly. He's been stopped doing that for about 2 weeks. Also now, he sleeps with a blanket on him. Before, even if he was dead asleep, he would be able to tell if a blanket was on him and he would kick it right off. He's actually sleeping with his blankets now, which is really cool too, because considering it's been winter and it gets really cold. His eye contact has been awesome between me, my family, my fiance. It's just definitely shown a lot of progress with his eye contact. He's starting to kiss and hug us, which is really exciting. He's always been an affectionate kid, but he's actually just coming up to us and hugging us or coming up and kissing us. It's not like a full pucker, but he's just like coming in and leaning forward. He also gives me things that he wants. When I tell you my son has never ever given me cheese curls or puffies or a toy that he couldn't reach or it couldn't open, he is giving me his snacks, coming up to me, handing them to me because he needs them to be opened. His bubbles he had brought over to me to open them. He opened up the cabinet, took out the Cheerio box, came over to me in the other room and handed them to me because he wanted them. That is ginormous for us also, considering he had never done that. If he couldn't get it, he was just like, whatever, I don't want it. He's starting to realize when I'm gone, or when he sees me leaving, he'll stick by my side, which is good. Kind of stinks, but it's good because it's realization that I'm leaving him. He started picking things up off the floor. Before, he didn't really pay attention to anything that was on the floor. He really didn't really care, but now if he sees like a crumb, he'll pick it up and put it in his mouth, which is really awesome. He is actually now starting to eat chicken nuggets, peanut butter and jelly, pancakes, and grilled cheese, which is a huge step considering he was nothing but pureed food for the longest time, for at least 2 years of his life. If anything textured or anything like that, he would gag and actually like choke. So his food has definitely taken off. He's not agitated with my niece anymore. She's a year old now. They actually play together pretty well. It's not at where I would like it to be, but it's good enough that he's not getting aggravated if she touches him or touches his toys or his blankets and stuff like that. He started to follow instead of running away. So usually when I would let go of his hand, he would run in the opposite direction. He's actually staying with us and walking with us. His imitation's coming back. He follows Elmo on patty cake. When Elmo does patty cake on YouTube, he knows how to dribble a basketball. Not perfectly, but it's getting there. He says "I" when he needs help. So if he wants to be picked up, he'll say "ai," or if he can't reach something, he says "ai" as he's reaching for it, which is really cool. He touched my niece on his own, touched her cheeks 3 different times, which was really cool. He smiles at her and everything. If you point in the direction of like an airplane or something like that, he knows when you say airplane and you point, he knows to look up in the sky. Or if you're like, hey Michael, look over there, he'll look over there when you're pointing. He doesn't freak out when I brush his hair anymore, which is incredible. He hated his hair brushed, but now it's starting to become bath time. He's not liking, so, which is okay, we'll get there, but the hair brushing was awesome. His haircut wasn't bad that we just went to the other day. He cried, but he didn't get angry or flip out like he usually would. It was just like a I'm upset cry. And he'll throw a ball against the wall to make it come back to him so he could play again if he doesn't want to play with anybody else. So these are huge gains for us. I mean, I just hope nobody ever loses hope. Keep the faith, keep pushing through. This is only 2 months. I know some people don't start seeing things for like a year. Just keep going, keep fixing your doses, and keep pushing, because this is just incredible. So here's to more happy healing. Today is March 15th. He's been on the protocol since January 13th, and I will be in touch again in another month, and let's do this.